gonna have to be like.
Nah, you pretty much.
Come down to you without that joke
Nah, that
jabbing
ain't
in the
gonna
face
come.
because I know that joke.
That just go.
You might want to turn it though. If you turn it this way, it might come a little closer. Oh, this joint don't move forward.
Nah, it ain't got this.
It's
Yeah,
not stable.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
the little piece to keep it tight that's not stable. That's why he switched. That's on right in his face. Like
You want to switch it?
we got another stand.
Hey Frank, this is another stand behind the
Let's switch it out real quick.
behind the microwave. Let's switch out the
these
stand for
mics,
me.
you want to be up on it anyway, because these not the show mics. These the more the radio mics.
Oh, so fellas, we're gonna start with the booms, just hanging from the ceiling, and that way we eliminate all this. You know what I'm saying? The mic standing ain't in the way no more. It's just us. I mean, because 4 of us and we not really spread out like that.
That's all right. That'd be me.
Yep.
Woo!
Open up there.
Yeah, we went. What the hell? We went in some spot, some little John Bond way out Germantown. I said way out. That shit went out Germantown. That shit was back in whole. I mean, that shit like a straight scary movie driving to that joint. Like, I mean, the trees growing over top of the joint. Like, then you like, what in the hell is this killer movie shit back here, Joe?
Like y'all had fun though.
It was,
I mean, it was fun
it
shit.
was cool. It was a good time. Like we rode a couple other people that did the jump. They had people had little movie screens out there, all kind of shit.
That's what we're gonna do in November.
It's called what
for
was it
Toya
called?
At the crib.
Orchards.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Orchards?
Is it Queen Orchard? Some shit like
Queen
that?
Orchards, yeah, Queen Orchards.
Past Rockville, past
South Germantown. Like that jump, it was huge. We went on a little hayride. We did some bullshit because it was no point for the hayride at that time. Like it's like 9 at night. It's dark, and they ain't make it. They ain't do it with like it wasn't no Halloween type shit. It was just a hayride. So you
couldn't see shit.
You can't see nothing. Like it's dark. You can't see nothing.
That's where
They
Westy used to take it.
They ain't scary to jump out, you know what I'm saying? And then
Just ride.
it's a real hay ride. It ain't like they got the bundles of hay you can sit on like this.
Yeah.
They shovel some hay onto
And
the
throw that bitch in
flatbed and you sitting on the jump. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I mean, that part we ain't need that part. We like I said, they ain't like Halloween that jump out where it was like a scary hay ride and nothing like that. If they would have did that, it'd been more fun. But then once we got back to the little site where we had the bonfire, that jump was lit. We had drinks and stuff out there.
Was it the shit was huge, wasn't it? It was spread out. Did they have a corn
It was
maze?
big as shit.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. I've been there, yeah.
Pretty sure they do,
And they had the
but
little
we
joint-
couldn't see
They had the
anything.
joint with the little kids was going off like
I'm
little skirt.
pretty sure they do.
I think that's what
But
we
we
went to a
couldn't
couple years
see.
ago. Yeah,
I've been
It
there.
was dark than a mother out there. Jump.
that's what's up though.
It was cool. It was a good time. We just were going there that one time. We was like, all right, so we do this again. We gonna bring the screen with us this next time, and whatever. We was just playing little games and shit out there. It was like for the most part, all the couples was married except for one. And my man had them little games, the little like dating game, the little card jump, like the little date. It asked like different dating questions and everything.
Slim.
He got that should have caused problems.
Man,
Them
yeah.
questions could be trouble.
We went to one event. They had that shit.
Them questions could be problems.
Everybody like put that shit up.
Yeah.
Oh, Dre was there.
Uh-huh.
Nigga, I'm gonna let him tell it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was white boy man. White boy man. She said some shit like something. And it had something to do with 2 dicks. You was like, whoa. We didn't talk about that. She said, we did. Nigga said, what the fuck?
Real street sex interview,
Hey,
man.
Joe, I'm trying to tell you, like this Johnny get yours and so it was
We used
one
to play
couple
them at our
there.
house.
They was just
We used to
dating.
play them at our house.
It was another couple just
Them joints dangerous.
It was another couple that just got married. So the nigga asked the one question about something about your last relationship, your ex. And he looking at them like, yeah, y'all got answered. So Kim's brother and them was like, nah, they good. They just got married last month.
Shit.
He's like, nah, they don't let them answer that shit. My man was over there, Joe country nigga. He like, we coolin' when we at, we good. His wife was high as fuck. That Joe was asleep. Just like, that Joe was God, Joe. So, and he just asking. And one John was like, man, shit, we been married 10 years. And we happy over here. Don't bring that shit over here. And, we was like, well, nigga, y'all answer. Y'all the only ones out here dating. We got years in. We trying to keep it that way, motherfucker. You trying to fuck the party up.
All right, hey Frank,
Yeah.
ready? Go live. Have you gone live yet?
Got 12:30.
12:30. All right.
All right.
Dude, lied the whole time.
No, man, just when I said last time, go ahead and hit the green, brother.
So,
Start the music.
yeah.
Are we ready?
3, 2, 1.
Jesus Christ.
We live.
We live, right? Hey,
Will you hear my voice?
hey, how much of that did the people see?
When I said loud, that was after the car and all that shit. So we good.
So they been hearing us talk already?
Maybe just a little bit.
Oh, all right. So, well, you didn't heard some of us. I'm about to say when you hear my voice, but you've been hearing it this whole time. For those of y'all getting the audio, we've been live and we ain't know we was live. So, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We gonna work that part out. We back. We gonna continue the conversation from last week. But until then, fellas, how y'all week been, man? Like I was chilling this week. I'm good. I was good.
Man, we went to a Halloween party last night.
That's why you kind of sluggish today. You don't have the same. You don't have the same energy. You know.
Yeah, it was late night. Yeah, it was late night, and I tried to go as a dead Frederick Douglass, and I had to wait.
Well, I mean, ain't he dead anyway?
Yeah, but I wanted to. But you know, when most people dress up, they dress up like niggas still alive.
Oh, you try to dead him
like
out.
A wrinkle ass suit
Yeah.
and shit. I wanted, man, I bought vampire teeth. That shit ain't show up in the mail. My daughter took my little wig and took the little. No, it come with a little net. Like the net that they serve food with. It's supposed to keep the bush together. So my shit was like, you know, sounds like an old nigga in the church then, you know, just in a small suit.
My man costume ain't come together like you
Nah, man, I was fairly pissed. I was fairly pissed because of the vision.
Yeah, the vision and that's when they come together.
Now my wife joined. Her joint came together. She came together as an old lady though, and her shit, she went in the character and all kinds of shit, man. That shit was nice though.
So you was looking like Tales from the Hood?
Man, worse than that.
The shit.
Man, welcome to hell, man. God damn. But other than that, man, I've been cool, man.
LT, what's up, man?
Hey, you know, same old grind over here. You know,
That's it. We cool. We chilling today, Joe. Like, you see everybody cool. Shane, what's happening, man?
Man, staying light skinned, brother.
As
you
usual.
know, grinding out
24/7.
here. So yeah, it's been good, man.
That's
Been
what's up,
good.
man. We just cooling. Like, let's just keep it flowing, keep it moving. Y'all been hearing this. We've been talking about a little bit of everything as of right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to take the teenager today to go get her first car. She amped up and excited about that. And you know, this ain't nothing that, like, as a parent we pressed her about. Like, when you ready to get your car, you can get it. Until then, we have cars, like, you can use that and then not worry about, you know, paying. But of course that gonna come with responsibility. Like, she was gonna have to pay us half the car note, which was $150 or $160, something like that. And, you know, insurance, she was gonna have to get something on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand it. But you only 19, it's still rules to this. You don't get to just come and go and move how you want to move and come in any time of night or whatever. Like, it ain't like that. Like, as long as you still living here. And to that point, you know, teenagers get ready to do it, especially once a child go to college and they get that, what that freedom is like. When they come back home, they think they still gonna move the same way. We ain't never put no curfew on her, no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it still be things that she think that she can do her way and she want to do her way and she might want to try her hand or whatever. And we got to, like, nah, it don't work like that. It's not, it ain't going to go down like that. Like, this is how this is. You know what I'm saying? And she have her moments. Like, you free to go when you ready to go. I'm not kicking you out of here because I'm against that whole put your kids out when they turn 18. That is a financial disaster. That is that's a setup. I think that's one of the biggest setups that there could ever be. There's ever been one. Like, my mother ain't put us out.
unless you grow up with that type of, even with that, because even rich folks, they don't even do that.
The slave mentality.
Yeah,
Actually.
like that's like that's the, like, if you still in this time you think that's the way to move, like, you setting your child up for failure. Like, I don't care.
Have you met a 18-year-old? They ain't ready to make no decision.
Listen. Shawty didn't even know how to call a doctor and make a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
But you talking about trying to move out? Like you have no clue. You don't have. I remember she was talking about her at one point. Her and the girl was talking about trying to get an apartment or whatever. She had on the wall her little to-do list, get the rent and all that other stuff. I was like, you ain't got no car out there. I said, what you gonna Uber everywhere? That's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
That's kind of expensive. I was like, you don't even have a job yet. How you looking at a spot with a rent that's $2,000? Like, what are you doing? I was like, do you even know you're going to get a job that's going to help you pay that? I was like, and then you do know that, like, is this, like, that's just the rent. That's not including your utilities. You going to want cable or some kind of Wi-Fi or something. Like, are you sure? Oh, let's not forget the deposit, the down payment. And are you, like, you really think that you about to just go out here? Like, you don't even have a clue.
They next level stupid.
Hey, Joe, she didn't know how to, hey, son, we seen it. And it was
next level.
And we was funny. The level of ignorance that they have, they think that they know so much, but then when the situation comes to them and they have no clue, you be looking like, but yet you was ready to
Jump out
move
here.
out of here.
I think that's an important topic, yo. We've been talking about it a lot lately, especially when just trying to choose a major in college.
Yeah.
You know, for instance, my son is going to do art. He wants to be an art major, and it's my goal to teach him how to survive with an art major, because there are a lot of struggling, hungry, poor ass artists. If you look at Skid Row in California, I'm pretty sure that's everybody who came out here from Georgia, Texas, everywhere else, and thought that they could make it in Hollywood, and now they living out of a goddamn tent. So, you know, I had my best friend talk to him, who actually got a master's in visual arts.
Okay.
This motherfucker does nothing in visual arts, and he explained to him the good and the bad. You know, and also he's an athlete, and so I said, so things like this came up. You want to get married? I said, yeah. You want to have kids? Yeah. So what do you plan on? How do you plan on doing that? Feeding yourself, getting a roof, shelter, protecting yourself. You're gonna do all that, you know, coming out of college with an art degree? I mean, what are you going to do? Well, I want to write for Marvel. Cool. Not to say you can't do it, but until you get to that point, what's next?
Yeah, what's the steps?
What's the steps?
And I think like the narrative of cause you know you have like black scholars that I follow, like Dr. Boyce Watkins or Dr. Umar Johnson. They're encourage young black youth to not to really focus on going for like soft majors like that, right? But my thing is now, because of the age that we're in, you can make money off of anything, right? You can make money off of, it's kids out here playing with toys. You know what I'm saying? You can make I don't know, a podcast about strawberries. You know what I'm saying? You can make six figures off a podcast talking about strawberries, because you're gonna attract that crowd. So where it comes to is learning the hard skills that will make your soft skill better. Like so as far as like marketing, right? So I feel like all right, cool. If you want to be an art major or whatever the case may be, you should probably go and learn how to market yourself. You should probably learn, you know, some type of digital marketing, some type of promotion, some type of other skill that can help push that and get that out to people. So I think that the narrative needs to go more to that. Like, all right, cool. If you want to do this, all right, cool, that's fine. You can do that. So go for your dream, but learn this to help. You got to put a booster behind it, because if you don't, you just going out here
with a talent.
Yeah, with
if
a
you don't
talent,
have
dreams.
anything behind the
That's
talent,
right? That's all it's gonna be. Now you put your livelihood and pretty much your dream in somebody else's hand, because now you're hoping that this one person discovers you, instead of you learning the skills that you need to learn in order
Putting
to,
yourself on.
right, so you can put yourself on. So that's
Well,
that's what I
shoot, that's Shane said talent. That's biblical right there. The story with the king, and they called him. Then he called it talents.
Yeah.
He gave the 3 servants or whatever the talents,
Yeah.
and one did nothing with it, buried it, the way it did nothing.
Yeah.
The second one just
doubled
gave
it.
him, just
Yeah,
doubled it. That's
yeah.
it. And then the
And
third one, you know,
he 10x
we
that.
10x that boy. So what that mean? In order for him to 10x, he had to learn the other skills around that to be able to do that. And it's the same thing. Like, that's exactly what I told Layla. Like, Layla wants to go in. This generation, they like to be in the arts and all that. I see.
But this is the era
It's
for
the
it,
era.
though. I mean, art is going to push you know, our world to another level, and it already has.
It already has.
Earlier,
so like
y'all were
art
talking
and
about VR.
Art
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
all. Yeah.
NFTs. That's
virtual
all art.
virtual reality and all that
NFTs
stuff.
is
Yeah,
art.
and so that's the next wave. What's the boy that shot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot?
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez. Remember, he came out with the album.
Yep.
And the the NFTs,
Yep,
and then
NFT, so
everybody
Joseph
who
Dollar.
Yeah.
the money went up.
Yep,
You know what
yep.
I mean? So
In 1 minute,
Yeah.
he
In 1
made
minute.
$1 million off of an NFT album.
So
That's
now-
all his proceeds, and then on top of that, his fans, the people who bought the album, are also making money off that. Like people are literally selling that album, that NFT, for 6 figures.
yeah.
Like
So like he went platinum off that one
joint
just
by yourself.
Yeah.
So now you done took the power away from the industry. You know what I'm saying? Because you did an NFT. Because you did it. You took advantage of the time that we in.
and granted, he's a pro at the art, but then he had to go learn a hard skill to
Yeah.
kind of boost that because you know he was.
And that's
learn
what they
tech,
skip.
you know?
You can't skip the process. You know what I'm
That's it,
saying? You can't. You know, they just see the end result,
Yeah.
but not see all the work that's in between. Because nobody posts that. Nobody
No, the
posts
hard
late,
shit.
late night learning this, learning the business things, learning how to recoup the residuals, all that. Nobody posting that.
all the no's that they
Right.
get.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest things. Like I'm speaking for me. Like in trading, like everybody sees the glitz and the glam and the dudes with the Lambos and all this other stuff, and this leads to like people coming in and quitting because it's not just that. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see the hours that we spend behind the charts. Yeah, once you get your stuff down, you know what I'm saying? You know, I can pay the rent in 2, 3, 4, 5 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. But beforehand, oh man, like I spent hours behind it. I spent tens of thousands of dollars losing money. Like you're gonna lose money. Like one of my distant mentors, her name is Jessica Lane. Shorty lost $100,000 in the market before she ever got profitable.
Yeah.
But now she's clearing millions of
clearing.
dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On a weekly or monthly basis.
Yeah, you got to take those L's to get them wins. You know what I'm
But
saying?
and that's
It's like
the-
that with DJing. People just think they just see you getting up there and think like, oh, I could do that. All right, till you get in front of that party, and you know
You gotta read the
me and
room.
Frank had
and-
talked about, you know, and it's crazy. A lot of DJs, you know, especially like club DJs, in their mind they the ish, but because it's a different kind of reaction. But you know, when you test the pulse of the people, like, nah, homie, you know what I'm saying? So it may look good, but you don't see everything that got that person to that point. You know,
Well, I know Michael Gladwell in the book Outliers. Y'all seen that? Y'all heard of that book called The Outliers? He talks about how long it takes for someone to become like proficient at something, to become great at something. It's like 20,000 hours that you got to spend at doing that to become a pro, to become good at it. You know, and like you said, people just want to jump up and do this shit and think that overnight success is gonna come in anything. Man, that shit don't come in nothing until you spend that time.
I asked my man. Now my man. He became a millionaire at 22. He retired himself in 4 months of doing what we do. And somebody asked him, and he also makes $50,000 a month just from building his business. And somebody asked him. He said, "Bro, how long did it take you to get to where you at right now?" My man said, 25 years.
Yeah.
25 years.
Easy.
It took me 25 years to get to where I'm at. Now he's 25 years old. And he was saying that all the things that I had to learn throughout my life, it all led into where I am now. It wasn't like some overnight thing. Everybody talks about an overnight thing, but it takes a while. It takes that 20,000 hours
Yeah,
to
hell
become
yeah.
that overnight success.
So you the thing is about it, you wherever you at, you a master at that right there where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like without the level that you are at right now, you've been in that spot long enough that you are a guru in your position. Right there where you at the level that you on in doing what you doing, you are a master at it. You've been doing it that long in that space for that long that you can any more longer. And I could tell you how, if you ain't know how to just go to work, come home, pay your bills, play video games, and give your family time, I can tell you how to do that. because I was a master in that space. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing. Everybody here, even Frank right now, at the age that he at and where he at, he's a master in his space because he been doing it that long. He got you got enough trial in the area chalked up at that phase that you on. That you remember, like if I remember clearly when I was 16 years old, I can give you a run that. I can make a master course for a 16-year-old. You see what I'm saying? But also at that level, I can't train up. I can train down. I can't train up. I can't teach a 17-year-old. I can't teach a 16-year-old how to be 18. You see what I'm saying? If this is where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? Until I get to that point, then I can do that. The thing is, you wanna eventually all them hours that you clock in now that he's seeing the benefit, and that's all of us. We all seeing the benefit in our certain spaces. Now we're in a position and we got product and experience and everything behind us to where we can say, all right, I can now coach you out of your level to come up to the next level. It's just like training leaders. Like some people can train a leader, like you might be a level 3 leader. I can train a 1 and a 2, but I can't do a 4 and a 5. But when you hit 4 and a 5, now you can train to make those. You see what I'm saying? So
and it goes to the fact, like with the hours, like once you put in those hours, or once you like I say crack the code or whatever, because it reveals itself to you once you get up in that range. At that point, it's kind of like a matter of time, because it like I say it like this, you don't. Most people they quit before, like as it gets hard, like when when they feel like they just can't figure it out, and they quit. Well, a lot of times it's because they feel like they put the time in, right, and now they still going through these issues. It's like, but 9 times out of 10 on the other side of that fear, or the other side of that big challenge, that's when it unlocks for you. Because like in trading, like you can suck for forever. You can suck for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever your journey looks like. And all of a sudden everything just turns around for you, and you know what I'm saying, boom, you hit that I don't know, maybe you hit that daily goal of 4 figures, or that daily goal of 5 figures, or whatever the case may be, and then it's just up from there, and then now you hit 6 figures, like that like it's like they say that the first $100,000 or the first $1 million is the hardest to make, but once you make that, it's uphill from there. And I literally seen that in my trading journey, and I've seen it in others, like my friend Daniel. This dude, he literally just hit 6 figures in May, right? And this May, and now he's about to hit 7 figures. Matter of fact, he just hit 7 figures 2 or 3 weeks ago. It took him all that time to get to, you know what I'm saying? It took him 3 years to get to that 6-figure mark, but once he hit that, he was off to the races.
Hey, so see, it's not that. Listen, people, like you say, like we've been saying, people always want to show the glitz and the glam, right? You want to show the afterwards, and like you say, that draws people in and all that. But then they get mad. One thing that I've been telling the wife, I was like, you like to talk and tell stories, and then it's a lot of things that you do where you be wanting to take people on your journey. That's a space. Yeah. Keep doing that. I say, because and that's one of the people one reason why. As far when we do the marriage moments, why people like it, because we give you the space. Now, it ain't nothing that we have talked about in terms of our business that we have revealed that we went through first and solved the problem. Right. We ain't about to have no issue, and then we come on current issue, and then we come on here trying to talk about it, and we getting mad with each other, and then we fucking other people up. We got, you know what I'm saying, you got to be some context and some solutions behind these things, you know what I'm saying. But when you can show people. When people can show, you see them, like if you started recording just every night you was gone, and they see you getting pissed off because you fucked up, and then the next time you come back on, they see you making it, and you see this up and down, and you see, that's why people like reality TV, even though it's bullshit to a degree, you know what I'm saying, like you get to see people's ups and their downs, and then it gives your followers a sense of like, I know him, and you know what I'm saying.
That's what helped me in my trading journey so much, because I literally I stopped looking at everybody who was flashing this and flashing that. I started looking at actual traders who wasn't even paying attention. I'm talking about the millionaires and even the 6-figure. All the traders that I look up to, they were all transparent about their wins and losses and then it showed me like, oh my God, okay, I thought I was the only one. Okay, cool. It lets me know I can do that too. Yeah. I just wait a little bit longer. Just keep doing your thing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep studying. And eventually, everything turns around for you.
Yeah, because everybody online selling the course. They tell you they give you their little life jump real quick. Yeah, I was working a 9 to 5, only making 30,000, and then I took this course and I started doing this, and the next thing you know, I was making this many. I quit my job and da da da. You're not telling everybody that in between you quitting your job and before you finally start hitting with this course that you taking, these ups and downs that you had to go through first, but you had the discipline to stick to what you was doing. Right. You still believed in it enough to stick with it and ride it out. Yeah. Because if not, like I think Frank, you always say, what did you say? You dropped the class. Yeah. How you say?
So everybody wants to drop the class, but when you drop the class, you end up picking up the same goddamn class again. Go ahead and finish it. That's in regards to relationship.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it applies. You know what I mean? Like,
and it's a reason why it's certain classes are required to graduate.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And even if you drop them, you still got to take it to graduate.
You got to go get it. Man. You got to go. There's no shortcuts.
All right, I just got a light bulb. So, all right, so look, everybody says, you know what I'm saying. Everybody used to say, knowledge is power, right? And then we say applied knowledge is power. Mm-hmm. I believe that embodied knowledge is power, right? So for example, right, everybody, a lot of people like in our space, they brag about the books that they read and everything like that, and it's cool, you know what I'm saying? But I believe that if you really want to change your situation, or if you really want to master something, I feel like, so for me, one thing that I started doing was instead of reading so many books, I focused on like 5 books, right? So like for me, it's like the Bible, Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Way of the Superior Man, and I would probably say, I can't remember the last one right now, but studying those, and not just reading them, but actually reading them over and over and over again, studying them, and so I can embody them. And at that point, I believe that's where you'll get the most. That's where you get the most out of what you're reading, because you're not just jumping from here. That's what most kids do. They jump from here, all the same work, jump from here, jump from here, jump from here, jump from here, instead of sticking it out, reading it again, going over it again, actually like comparing it to your life. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing how it can actually work and actually working to apply it. And at that point, you would have embodied what you're actually reading. So now you can actually become a superior man. Now you can actually become, you know what I'm saying, a financially literate individual because of what you're taking in over and over and over again. Not just once, you know what I'm saying, one time. Right.
Off to some bullshit. What's the actor name on set? Kill a white girl with the gun.
Oh, Alex Baldwin.
Oh, yeah. Man, Baldwin, man. Slim, has that happened before?
Yeah, actually, that's how
Bruce Lee, right? His son,
Bruce Lee, and Brandon Lee got killed.
Yeah. Brandon Lee. Yeah. So Trump's son is like making a bunch of fun of him on T-shirts and all kind of shit. And the Baldwin guy, he was Mr. Saturday Night Live, and he used to make a lot of fun of Trump. Doing the whole situation, but now Trump's son is being criticized and saying, okay, man, it's wrong that you're doing this. A woman died. I feel him, but I feel like, man, Trump's son just love his daddy.
I mean, yeah, I didn't know that was the context behind that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought he was just being an asshole.
Which he is.
I mean, yeah, he is being an asshole, but still, though, but that's my opinion.
I didn't even think about that, but he does. But it's still fucked up because the shirt say guns don't kill people.
It's all Baldwin did.
That's fucked up. Like I still wild. Like even like, and see, that's bad. That's the best that you could do to take a shot at this man. Even if you love your daddy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He couldn't take a shot at Alex Baldwin when he was up.
Yeah. So now you use that, like you use a woman died. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But and I don't think he gonna get charged with anything because it was like.
No, I don't think so. I think they were talking about it at one point in time, but but I don't think he's going to get charged.
I seen something he was talking about. Even with those them blanks, close enough, they can still do that much. It's a blank, but don't think that it can't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like
a blank.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I thought blanks was just meant to make the sound.
Mm-hmm. So
I thought that's what all they was.
I thought so too, and just that the fire come out and all that good stuff. But it's actually, I guess, something that propels out of it.
I don't know. He said that they can still do something.
So
if I'm wrong on that, y'all, let us know. But I heard it. I don't know the facts, if that's a factual thing.
So the set has a manager that's supposed to manage all the weapons, and because of hard times, I think they went on strike or some wild shit. So they went and got somebody outside the union to do this. And this young lady didn't have any experience. Meanwhile, the crew went on break, and where did they go? To the range. Yeah. They went to the range. After break, come back, give Michael a gun. Boom. Doing the set. You know what I'm saying? Take her out. This one was also getting ready to put out a documentary also. You know what I'm saying? So what documentary that was, who knows?
Hollywood for you.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn. That's spicy.
I don't know. Not getting all them details because we don't know too much. But anyway,
Right there, so
that's wild.
On other news, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving been going through hell.
I stand with my brother, man.
But not just Kyrie, but
Even Magic Johnson had some shit to say.
who? Oh yeah, it's a couple
Why
guys.
is he talking about?
They all sheep though. You know what I'm saying? Like
All of them, yeah.
they all sheep. You know what I'm saying? They've been groomed in this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They've been groomed in they've been groomed by the system. So it's like I expect dudes like that to
Yeah.
come out and you know what I'm
But
saying?
Magic though,
Yeah.
Magic got the package.
He definitely gonna say
This,
Yeah.
but this is a dude where, okay, who was the player that took it most serious in the NBA when it came to Magic Johnson?
Karl Malone.
Karl Malone. Karl Malone said, nigga can't even sweat on me. You know, he had to leave once and come back, remember? But yeah, you talking about a brother's body. You know, the stuff that y'all want him to inject into himself, and he's talking about, well, Kyrie, what about the team? Well, Magic, what about the team, Magic? You had a team then too. You still went out and caught the package, but yet it's like folks like that have the audacity to speak about even shit like this.
Right.
Like, I mean, your package can kill also.
Right.
No, somebody may can. And back then we didn't know how serious
Right.
having that package was.
Right.
You know, we just knew, okay, it was what, a gay disease at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? Now we know. Yeah, then they throw what, monkeys or some wild shit. Now they know that drugs and needles and all kind of other stuff you can catch the HIV and all that too. It just got to me. It's like, yo, so many people with glass homes throw stones.
Oh yeah, Ice Cube turned down the movie. They was gonna pay him like $9 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he turned it down too. And listen.
Because if you don't take a stand, yo, like you're giving like I think people fail to realize is that we have a not only a duty to stand up for our rights, but we have the power to. You know what I'm saying? We have the power to actually really make a difference. Like, it's more of us than it is of them. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got the jab or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if anything, people should be standing just for the freedom of choice.
Yeah, I'm 100% on. That's why I feel about like how you the mandates and all that shit. I think that shit is ridiculous to me, Joe. Like, all right, if my man don't want to get it, make other options for your players or whatever your scenario may be. Like, all right, if you won't get it, that's fine. But you gotta give us a weekly test or whatever. Y'all got the money, you can have on site the rapid jumps. You know what I'm saying? If you need to do it daily or whatever, and run it that way. You know what I'm saying?
And that's because it's not about COVID.
It ain't about
It's not about COVID. It's about control. That's what this whole shit is about. It's about control. It's never been about disease. The disease has a less than a 1% mortality rate.
Yet it still has a mortality rate.
Yeah,
but still, Joe.
Less than the flu.
Yeah, come
less
on,
than
yeah.
Cancer, less than any other things that we've been worried about out here.
It's scientifically proven of the things. It's other stuff that's still more deadly out here
way
outside
more deadly.
of this COVID. You know what I'm saying?
And the world ain't shut down because of that stuff.
Yeah, like
that's what I'm saying. Like, this is how you know. Like, if you look outside, like, don't be a sheep, family. Like, look outside of what's going on. Whether you got the jab or not, I want y'all to see what's actually going on.
Yeah.
This is a pandemic about control. That's all it is. That's all it
it
is.
started like it was Kaepernick with taking the knee, and now it's this. It's just a change. It's the same story.
Yeah.
It's just a change of
Different
what they
tune.
using. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Like, and then you got the players that you got people that's coming. Like I know Shaq said it was like, you know, you got even Stephen A. Smith. You know, you got hired to do a job, and you know your team this and your team that. If I die.
Yeah, then what's it all
The
for?
team with the team, then what? Is the team gonna keep taking care of my family? Is each one of them players gonna take care of, and not saying like these guys won't based on their relationship, but I'm saying realistically they ain't got to. Right. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to do any of that stuff. They ain't gotta do none of that. So yes, I am thinking about my seat and my life and all that. And then top of me thinking about that and sticking with my choice because it's my choice, I'm thinking about my family too. And then if you in a position, all right, so what? Like for example, Ice Cube. All right, he turned down $9 million. Now to one of us, you know, yeah, now somebody on our level might be like, yeah, I'd take that. Go ahead and give me the shot. I'll run me that $9 million. You know what I'm saying? But somebody in his situation that has already been doing this thing long enough to create his own opportunities, I don't need your $9 million.
I think you hit the nail on the head, bro. It's like, you know, those are rich people issues, and they can do that. I just hope we all know what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not telling any of our listeners, Slim, go get it, or don't go get it. What we're saying is, you know, we hope you know what you're doing because we winging this shit the same way that everybody else is doing. Now, when you got Kyrie and when you have Ice Cube, who are already multimillionaires, they can afford and say, look, you know what? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But even now, no. You still want to have that mindset.
Yes.
You still want to have that mindset whether you got it or not.
Yes.
I just hope you know what you're doing.
Yes, please. Like this is the exact reason why it's very important to be able to do for self. I'm not saying that you have to be a full-on entrepreneur, but I'm saying that you have to be able to do for self, because if you just depending on one source of income, your job, that means that they have to say so over you, your household and your livelihood.
Everything.
Nobody should have that as a free individual. Nobody should have that type of power over you. Nobody should have that type of power over you, right? So, and I thank God for the position that my wife and I are in. That you know, we've been able to create our own opportunities, right? And we want to go forth and be able to create opportunities for other people as well. You know what I'm saying? But we never had to get faced with if you know what I'm saying, if you don't take the shot, I don't have to worry about. Thank God I don't have to worry about if you don't take this shot.
You can't come back to work.
You can't come back to work. I don't have to worry about that because I created. Now I'm not rich yet, right? But you know what I'm saying. I learned a skill that allowed me. I learned a skill that allowed me to do that. I have a drive that allows me to do that. I have a plan that allows me to do that. You know what I'm saying. So it's like, once again, like Frank said, to sum that all up, know what you're doing. Whatever that you're getting into, please know what you're doing.
That's it. That's what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's an old quote. People might think it's cliche. If you don't stand for something, you'll go for anything. It's still like stand up for what you. If you believe what you believe, stand up for it. Don't throw no but in it. It's A, B, and C, and it ain't no but for D, E, and F. Like, this is what it is. Don't waver in it, cause look, let me tell you. Like, for example, Kaepernick got the special out on Netflix right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, I think it was Nike didn't drop him, if I'm not mistaken. One of them still had him do a big promo for them or whatever. Like, so even in your people still gonna mess with you, Joe. Like, yeah, it's just it's fine. Like, people still gonna mess with you. Listen, Jesus was persecuted heavily. He still got a following. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can just go down the line of regular people and all that. Like, for my wife, for example. Everybody don't fuck with my wife. Some people, it's plenty of people that still go on and will tell my wife, you cuss too much. Why you talk like that? But it's more people that follow her because of that. And not just because she cussed, but because of, you know, what she's saying, not how she's saying it. That mess with her. We've had pastors tell her, I listen to what you do. Keep doing what you're doing. And then it's not because they condone to a degree, you know, you do condone the customer. But at the same time, what they see is that you're being genuinely you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's at the end of the day. You know one thing about Miguel. Miguel is going, at one point, I'm older now, so I don't do it no more just because I'm old and tired. But at one point, you know, I'm going to go turn up on Saturday night. But I bet you I still made it to church on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I still showed up. And when I speak, when I talk, I'm not being holier than thou. You know what I'm saying? I'm still giving you. I'm still gonna give you God, but I'm gonna give you my experience as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the and real talk. If you look at it, the type of pastors that believe that they got get the calling from God now are showing you that more and more now. That they not that. I am still a person. Even though I got this calling on my life, I'm still a person and I still got things. I still got my own isms and schisms and faults. Yes, I'm on a higher standard. But because of that, y'all think that today I decided to become a pastor or whatever the position may be, and I'm supposed to kick all of my bad thing. It don't work like that.
It never has.
It took me 20, 30 years to have these habits. You think I'm gonna get rid of them right now?
In the Bible, it don't even work like that.
Facts. Like, so I mean, we so hard on people. Like, man, look, be about what you believe, and people still gonna rock with you. Trust me. Yeah. If Kyrie never play another game of basketball or whatever, it's still gonna be some people that get behind him, but not even because of the stand that he made, but because of he stuck to his guns. And I can follow somebody like that.
They gonna just make a way for him to get into the 3-on-3 league, and
there you go with that.
He got
Hey, look, Cube and them will say, "Come on over here to the 3-on-3."
You see what happened with Jared Jack, and he won championship this year. Jared should still be in the goddamn league. If it's up to me, he still has a lot of game left in him. But this guy's over there playing in the 3-on-3 league, right? Busting ass. Same thing gonna happen. The same thing going to happen because he's a basketball player. At the end of the day, he's going to still be in the game somewhere. You know. Before we get off to DJ Shane's topic, you know, they had Finding Love in D.C. Y'all seen that?
Oh, the nephew Tommy.
Yeah, the nephew. Have anybody seen that? Finding Love.
I haven't seen it.
Has anybody? Okay, so y'all ain't seen it, but okay, so let me just ask this question: is it possible for a person to love two people at one time? To be in love with two people
it is.
at one time?
I can't speak on it because I don't know. I don't know. Like, I have no.
I think
we need to get some polygamy people up in here for that.
Well, no. It's just what's your opinion other than like.
I mean,
not. Don't put yourself in it. Like,
I guess
I think you can. I think you know, your heart have whatever level you have into it. You know what I'm saying? I think it just whatever works for you. You know what I'm saying? For some people it might work. Yeah. For some people it might not.
Gotcha.
You know, I think it's whatever your capacity is for love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think everyone's definition of love is different. You know, so if two or more people define the same definition of love, then hey, it can work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just if cornflakes, if you like cornflakes,
you ain't gonna like Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
cornflakes and Frosted Flakes, two different things.
Man,
everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just like marriage ain't for everybody.
There you go.
Saying? So I think it's just the way that you define love.
I know that I've been hearing a lot from ladies, and they're saying, you know, if they don't want to step outside of their race, you know, men might have to be shared.
Well, but that's what polygamy is. I'm not. Do what you do.
We're not even talking about polygamy.
We're not, but still, that's one of the things. And I've seen women interviews and stuff that are in the pilot that talk about this. Women that are in that lifestyle, that's what they believe, and that's how they, they do their thing. Have a problem with women that would like to have more than one man, because you taking everything. You like they look at it as if like you taking everything, whereas a man, like for example, two dudes sharing one female, they can't help. You only populating with one female, right? You can only get this, and then only one dude can get her pregnant at a time, whatever. But if you got two females sharing a guy, then we can still populate, and then you like they go to say that that's why the numbers are out. That's why we outnumbered like that. Like a guy can take on more females, and if he decide to have 10 women, he can get all 10 of them women pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if it's the reverse, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's. Like I said, I know we're not talking about that lifestyle, but these are the guidelines, and this is not guidelines, but this is how it's viewed. Like I was like, wow, I ain't think that it would be a problem either way if that's your thing, but I see that they do, because just like you said, like females might gotta share guys well, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's what the issue is. Like, some of them want to share guys. Like, all right, we can have two. You can have them, I can have them too. Or all three of us can have them too. Because now we getting whatever we getting out of it. You know what I'm saying? So,
And typically they talk about sharing guys at the top 3% of our culture. You know, those that make six figures and above, because most
To
of them
entertain more than one, or to entertain more than one woman, you can't be broke.
Can't be, bro. That's a lot of work.
I agree with that.
That conversation is
I agree with
going to
that.
be very limited. But two, you know, it's like in the
How about say
role
quality women, certain, because there are a lot of guys out there that are entertaining more than one woman.
but they ain't shit.
But they ain't shit, and they don't have shit, right? But they still entertaining more than one woman, though. You know what I'm saying? So, but what kind of woman are they entertaining?
Yeah, they probably ain't shit either. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
I think you got to be making six figures or more to entertain more women, high quality women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, if I only make $60,000 a year, that's only taking care of the one woman I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need at least another 40 to get to the, you know what I'm saying, to maintain the other job, depending on how the
and
relationship
then,
set up.
I mean, if I guess if you doing it right and everybody's contributing to the household,
Then to the
you
situation.
know, hey,
do
you
your
know,
thing.
I
hey,
think that's what's frowned upon. What's frowned upon, especially with government, and because you know you'll have a nucleus of family. If you got 3 or 4 incomes coming in one family, I mean, you can damn near build something. You know,
Hey.
you know what I'm saying. And I think that's an
whatever
issue.
your village look like.
Yeah, I
hey,
think
That's
that's
what it
I
is,
think
man.
that's an issue with the government and how they and for people and how they see it. You know,
Do your thing.
man.
Yeah.
But big ups to them though.
Hey.
There's a fella that lives in Montgomery County, yo. That's not that far from us. He's really big into it. He got the blue check and all that. He's traveled the country talking about. I can't remember his name. The next time I'll figure it out. We'll see if we can get him on though.
Hey, that'd be
So
all
that
right.
he-
That'd
so
be
he
good.
can talk
That
about
definitely
it,
be a
yo.
good conversation.
Yeah,
Y'all go ahead and do that. Y'all
Two
good at that.
wives,
Go ahead
man.
and serve them up.
Yeah.
Find them. So we can see if we can get them on. That'd be all right.
We know, a brother that's doing it. He got, the wife, and then they got a additional woman. So if it works for you, hey.
I like the way he said he got a wife and an additional woman.
However y'all
But
want to
I would
find
say whoever the additional chick is, she got to be committed as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's,
Most
it's definitely a thing
Most
too.
definitely.
Like I seen some memes where it was like, if you had like, would you let your dude? Would you take another person into your party or something for something meal or whatever? And of course, the niggas was like, yeah. And females like, you would do that? He was like, you gonna get this? Niggas like, you gonna get this money too? Like, what you talking about? Like, I mean, hey Joe,
But see, you biracial though,
what
right?
is enough? Yeah, yeah.
And so you got a daughter. You got 2 daughters. I got a daughter. Y'all got sons. Now, what does that say for our daughters as they come up?
And
Like,
that's
you
the
know,
other thing,
you
like-
know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's at this state now, and they're saying because of incarceration, they're saying because of some of the men are gay, and then everybody want a 6-figure nigga. So, but that's not the norm. When you look around the country, 6 figure is not the norm for African American men, right? But everybody wants them, and so now our little girls have to go out there, and man, they in the jungle, Slim.
Hey Joe,
This is a
Hey,
jungle.
y'all seen we had the dating episode. This is what it looked like. You know,
This is a
like,
jungle,
it's
son.
it ain't easy, man. It's not easy. Like in the hard, I'm so glad I'm married right now.
Yeah.
I could not imagine dating right now, Joe. Like I couldn't imagine it. Huh?
But value systems have to change.
Things have-
that whole 6-figure thing. I mean, you got to think
Things
about
have changed, and then you got. I mean, we got also look at the type of these chicks that's out here yelling they gotta have a 6-figure nigga or whatever and all this other stuff. And I'm constantly seeing videos like that where you got dudes that are 6-figure and they checking these chicks. You know what I'm saying?
most definitely.
You saying that, and then you ask them. They ask them, of course, what you bring to the table, and then chicks be like, oh, well, look at me or whatever. Nah. And then they like, nah. What about all that?
Yeah.
Like, that I could get you a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I make this amount. Like I seen one podcast, white boy. My man looked like he don't make like he a regular basic dude. The chick was going like, "Oh, you just a regular white boy." She a white girl. You a regular white boy. Why would I? He laughed at it. He was like, "But you on my podcast? And just so you know, I got 7 businesses.
Yeah.
And I'm a millionaire.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you kept. You had one interview. We did that, and I ain't want you back on the show because I ain't feel you was a fit. But you kept reaching back out to us
To get back.
on this show. what does that say? You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like you said, the things gotta change, the body gotta change. Like, how are the females that saying they gotta have a 6-figure and more type of dude and all that? What does their value system look like? How are they being raised? What's around them to?
That's the issue. That statement alone is an issue in itself. That shows like. Now I can see if you're at a standard and you require that, you know what I'm saying, I can understand that. But if you just kind of like hoping for that and you don't have nothing, then that speaks to your wish because 9 times out of 10, if that's your if you don't have that and that's your requirement, 9 times out of 10, like you probably not gonna get that. And if you do, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna work because your value system, like you said, your value system has to change. Like, because if you want that, you become you attract what you become. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you attract what you are.
Yeah, you attract.
And to me, that's why, like you were saying about dating. To me, dating wouldn't be that hard, or it's not that hard if you in tune with what you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you like you said, you attract what you are. So if you struggling with this issue and you don't want to deal with it, and you keep jumping in the relationship, you still gonna have to deal with that issue. So until you change who you are, you're going to keep attracting the same thing.
It's like playing the little game that used to be with the claw. You got to control the joint and reach down. And, you know, sometimes it's not just stuffed animals and candy in there. They might throw some headphones or a game or something in there so everybody try and use the claw to get to that. But can't none of them pick it up. And you know what I'm saying? It's like these chicks is all reaching for them expensive headphones that's in there. What you should be trying to get is one of these bears. Because you don't have... what you need to clearly get that. You know what I'm saying?
The crazy part, they're talking about, I'm looking for a 6-figure dude. What does that have anything to do with his character, his love language? You know, what he
when
could...
he's slapping you around, or
nothing.
He decided to entertain you, but you ain't entertained what you want just because he makes 6 figures. Because here's the thing, just because I make 6 figures don't mean... I'm not. You gonna be able to partake in them 6 figures? Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's my lifestyle.
Hey, listen, I seen a joint yesterday. I think it was just a skit, but dude took this chick out, and this chick just thought she deserved the world. Like my man was supposed to pay. Speaking of which, my man was supposed to pay and do all of this other stuff, and he was like, "This is our first date, and you haven't exhibited any of the qualities." He told her this, that I would want to continue dating. You haven't shown me any interest the whole time we've been here. You've been sitting on your phone. So with all respect, you will not be afforded what I can do here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to make sure you get home. There'll be a ride for you out here. You're going to pay for your food. I'm going to take care of my stuff is taken care of. When you done, you'll have a car outside waiting for you. You have a good day. And she was there. She was just up. Like, we went out on a date. What makes you think that you get to have what I'm bringing? You know what I'm saying? What's this entitlement that you think that I'm just supposed to give you because you said yes to coming out on a date with me that I'm supposed to? Because like you sat here and you ain't even look at me the whole time. You've been on your phone. Like
time. They expect for you to pay them for their time now.
New kind of hoes.
That's hey, it is it's undercover prostitution. But they really expect for you to pay for their time. I think we need to get some brothers on here, some single brothers, and allow them to do the same thing
that we have with the
because you're gonna hear a whole nother perspective. Because I'm around a couple of single guys, man. My brother-in-law, man, has he's trying to get out the game, and man, just listening to him talk and seeing and he's a quality ass dude. No, I ain't just being biased, man. I can say it's a quality ass dude, man. And to think that, dude, you at the top 3% of black men, right? And even you still having the issue.
LT about to slide out, folks.
You know what I'm saying? That's the issue.
My brother, we'll catch up again. Yeah, so I mean, we ain't too far from wrapping up anyway. We just let the conversation. Well, we was gonna touch on one thing, but anyway, we just let the conversation ride. So I mean, that's good stuff. You know what? And since that's actually maybe we should go ahead and try to round that up, Frank. We got let's go ahead and make this announcement now while we're here. So going forward, because of everything that myself and the guys that we're starting to touch, and the podcast is doing what it's doing, is creating new situations for everybody. Where y'all are still getting quality shows from us, not just quantity and things like that. We are changing the schedule of the Root Cause podcast. So after this episode, for the month of November, it would only be 2 episodes dropped, and we're gonna, and then we'll take a break in December. When we come back January, going forward, at least for that next season, we're gonna see how it go. We only gonna be putting out 2 shows a month, so every other week. Still same date, but we feel that with what all that we all are starting to do and how things are moving, in order to continue giving y'all quality, getting good guests and everything like that, and then we still learning, working on our promotion and all that other stuff, so we can put out better, more content, things like that. We only gonna drop 2. We only gonna record 2 episodes a month. We'll do that for a full season, see how the numbers look, see how that working. And we might change it back. We might feel that just fit better for us. So that way y'all are always getting all full quality, and the root causes
every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Yeah. And we're made up of 4 men. And as y'all seen, like in the last few weeks, at any given time, all 4 of us have not been able to be here because of different engagements. This way, we feel that it works better for all our schedules and what we're doing. And like we said, at the end of the day, so we can continue giving y'all quality and good stuff, you know what I'm saying? And not just random things or just we half-assing it or whatever. So like I said, this month will be the last month. Coming November, next month, you'll only get 2 episodes from us. And then we take a break in December. When we come back January, we back on the every other week schedule. So for one of these shows,
let's do it.
Let's get some guys.
I'll
get
bring them
in here.
I'll bring them in.
If he got 2 friends or whatever that he want to bro with, like, we can do that.
That's
you know
easy,
what I'm saying?
that's easy work.
Yeah, let's definitely do that. We had the females on here. Let's
get
bring
the
the
fellas
guys
on here.
in. We definitely gotta do that. So yeah, that's a good look. Yeah, while we was talking about this date thing, did y'all see this happened in, I think, Korea or somewhere like that, where the dude got set up with a blind date, and they go out on the blind date. The girl that he gets set up with brings her family.
Oh,
it's like 20 people or something, like 23 people or something like that. And she expected him to pay for all of them. She said that he was trying to see what his level of, like, you know, generosity or whatever, what that was. Damn, my man did not pay for none of that, which he should not have.
Hell no.
I wouldn't even, matter of fact, and I think he did. He still sat down and he ate with them and everything, but my man only took care of his stuff and he left, as he should.
Yeah.
Like, that was your way. That bill was like $3,100 or something like that. That was your way of trying to read my man to see if he was going to pay for you and your family. Imagine the shock. Like, we would be shocked if we get set up on a blind date and old girl just bring her best friend with her.
Oh, we got a problem.
What you bring her for?
Yeah.
She brought her whole damn family.
But that happens. That happens, though. That happens when guys go on dates and then the old girl bring her girlfriend. Now you expect to pay for 2 steaks at IHOP. No.
I'm amazing. Well,
no.
Well, if she must be, you know.
Hey, listen.
Hey,
This must be a good situation.
yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
look, that's what you bring it. Cause you know what? Real talk. My mind gonna be like, oh, okay.
This was up.
This what we doing. And see, I'm the type. I'm gonna make this clear off a break. You brought your girl with you?
So that brings up a question then, fellas, real quick. Y'all just said that she gonna be getting down. So do we equate us dishing out the bread for returning love or sex, where they equate, okay, your status is gonna get you the love and sex? I mean, it's money is money. It's all transactional, is what it sounds like, which is not healthy.
No, I wouldn't say, you know, what I'm paying for, but my thing is, if you bringing your girlfriend to enjoy this quality time, then she must be all the way, you know.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not dating your friend.
Yeah, and so what would be the purpose of her being here unless she's here for the shiznit?
Yeah.
You know, then we can all get down. But other than that, nothing in our relationship is going to be her involved.
No.
So, hey, I mean, you know, I guess how we start is, how we gonna end this thing.
Hey,
You know.
and let's say even in the situation, let's say that that's not best friend. Let's say that this chick is, let's say she bisexual and this is her girlfriend, but she, she seen something, she interested in you, and she bring that to the table. We have had that conversation. Don't stop. We gotta stop surprising each other.
Yeah.
Have that conversation. Tell me
Beforehand.
you bisexual beforehand, and that I'm gonna bring my lady. If this, because at the end of the day, real talk, I'll go ahead and say 9.5 times out of 10, if a female bring another female to the party, dude gonna be with it.
For the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah.
For the most, so that's why I say 9.5 times out of 10, because it's a small mark. We gonna be with it.
As long as she's equal
Yeah, and then
value to what the lady.
Yeah,
is,
yeah, don't
you
bring
know what I'm
Huh?
saying? She can't be,
Bertha?
Oh no. She got to be at least where you at. You know what I'm saying?
I don't look at D-Ray Davis. Like
Okay.
his two ladies, they almost like
Equal value.
Like equal value. Like we should. Don't tell me you listen, because I'm not okay with this. You bisexual, but who you bring with you
It's
a,
not
bu-
a
a whole butch, a whole
Or
stud.
not, or not
Construction
even.
worker.
I mean, that's an off-camera.
He said that's all good. My bad.
Yeah, but if the person, because hey, you never know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some lovely looking studs. They didn't have to choose. to be there. They had choices.
Yeah.
But some, if you bring in, some of them look like 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying? If the lady that you bring into the situation is not at least where you at, then I have a problem. You need to pick better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you back to the store.
But when that happens, she show up, and you got a whole construction worker there with her.
I'll be like, you gotta go back to the store. Nah, you can't come back with this bruised up watermelon.
Hey, bro.
Nah,
Hey,
you gotta come back with something
facts.
better.
That's
You
what
know
that
I'm
is.
saying?
That's funny stuff. The construction worker. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's real talk. I think man, I'm glad I'm not dating, though. I'm sorry. I'm just glad I'm not, because
I just think it's like, to me, dating is exciting, but I just think we make things more complicated.
it is. I think for any man, like the dating part is fun. It's a hunt, you know what I'm saying? Like we predators, you know what I'm saying? And it's supposed to be, but it's just with
You also getting older too. And so, as an older man, do you have
the patience,
the
and all,
patience to
do the
deal
Because
with?
think about it, Joe. Like
I
think
know
about
for me, before I even take you out on a date, you done went through so many clearances to get here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
we having
Like,
conversations.
I'm not dating strangers.
Yeah.
I done peeped you out. I done, I'm looking at you, see how you move before I even bring you in my space. I'm not gonna be like, hey, you cute. What you doing tomorrow? Nah, cause I don't know what you gonna bring with you.
Yeah.
I don't know the drama that you gonna bring with you. I ain't really vetted you out enough. I think a lot of times we just jump into it, then be like, oh man. But if you you can't be still dating messed up in your 40s. You still can't be dating the same way you dated in your 20s.
Hell nah.
So if you still making them 20-year-old dating decisions, that says more on you than the dating pool.
Old fools.
Yeah.
Old fools.
Because I did that. I did. We had conversations on the phone, text messaging a couple times before we actually made it to the point where, like, if I booked you on Saturday night at the club, and it wasn't a one night stand situation, we have talked a couple of times throughout the week before we made it to the bar or whatever. You know what I'm saying, to go have more conversation. You know what I'm saying, and even still, we make it a situation where it don't even look. It more look like people hanging out than it look like a date. You know what I'm saying? We sat at the bar together. You know what I'm saying? We got a bar table. You know what I'm saying? We can sit ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it wasn't, and that's just going through the process. You know what I'm saying? So
Basically, y'all build a connection.
Yeah, you understand where I'm at. I know where you at, and what we both expecting to get out of this. Some chicks ain't like it. Told me fuck off. I was being honest with you. Like, what more you want me to be? Like, you tell me be honest. I'm being honest. Tell me what it is. This is what I'm looking for. This is where I'm at right now. But the crazy thing is, I got a phone call back later on. Like, you know what? I apologize. You was right. What you doing tomorrow? What you want me to do tomorrow? You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick question. It's my last one. But do y'all find that women now, at least the older generation, our age, are more direct? Like,
Oh yeah, cause we older.
Yeah,
You
this
know what I'm
is
saying?
I'm
We
ready
about to
fuck.
die. We about to die. So
We got less summers ahead of us than
Then
we
we
do.
do behind, yeah.
So we ain't got time to waste.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is we doing this
Yeah,
or
or
what?
not, yeah.
So to waste time like you did in your 20s, you got to do this and throw the ain't nobody got time for
Which
all
means that our women might be more aggressive, though, right?
Yeah, because I
And
live.
that's a good thing. You know what I'm
It
saying?
could be a good
Because
thing.
it's like, look, I ain't got time for no games. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to die.
Say what you want.
Yeah.
Joe.
You know, what's up?
Yeah.
Is you with it or
Or
you
not?
not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to wonder what is you down or not?
Yeah.
Because I'm about to die.
And you know what? Because of that, I got some homework for us to do. And I'm about to do this. So have y'all all seen about Jada Pinkett saying whatever? So first of all, because if you have not watched that episode where everybody said that she did, the headlines that they made about this and saying that she's attacking Will again and she's shitting on their marriage or whatever, that never happened. They took that thing and they ran with it about what she said, and that none of that. I'm here for what they do or whatever. It wasn't that. She was not shitting on their marriage. She was not talking bad about them. She was simply saying that being with somebody for 20 something years, pretty like we as people, we naturally change. What Toya like when y'all got together, she might not like that no more. We always evolve, and so we always learning each other over and over again. My best friend's father taught us one thing. He said it take a lifetime to know somebody.
It does.
Because you always change it, and whether you purposely do it or it's just a thing, like it just happens, then that's just what it is. That's all she was speaking about. She was not saying that her and Will been having trouble in the bedroom.
But is that what she said, though? Because I hear what you said, and I heard different.
No, that's what she was saying. That's exactly like the quote that they took and they flipped it was that being married with somebody for 20 something years, it's hard to maintain or something like that. Like they quoted it word for word and then they flipped it. If you look at the episode, you see in the context of what they was talking about. How we, about learning each other sexually and how more deep and intimate it can be, and learning all these things to continue, connecting with your partner. They can without watching that episode, you would have thought that she went on there
Trash.
especially when you see the situation like what happened with August Alsina and all that. Mind you, with that came out. It was all that situation had already been done years when August decided to bring that out. They had been way moved past about that, but once again, the media get a hold of it, and then you do what you do with it. And now you got a whole new situation. It's the same thing. It wasn't what people made that shit out to be, especially when you watch the
I don't even know
episode.
what you're talking about.
But yeah, you gotta watch it.
I'll
But
be clicking on it.
what I'm saying is, I want our homework to be is just see what y'all think about. Even if we just watch one episode, Gwyneth Paltrow, for whatever, the actress decided to take on this role of being like this sexual healer connected thing, whatever. So she got a special on Netflix called Love, Sex, and Goop.
Love, sex, and goop.
And what it is that she got like actual like sex therapists and things like that on there to help us learn, to help people, whoever decide to watch the special, whatever, about the more intricate parts of sex and sexuality. Because like one of the big things that they was talking about on the table talk, but if you think about it, it's true. It's very much true because of the way we was talking about sex. Is that it's hard to talk about sex. It's not easy to talk about sex for people. Some people get really awkward and feel and got shameful about it. Especially think about like our parents, for example. How often did your mother talk to you about sex, bro? I'm talking about like talk to you about sex.
Oh, growing up, never really.
Exactly.
Man, I read her books.
Exactly.
Like I was that dude. My mother had books. I went in there. I was a latchkey kid. I read the books. I learned how to eat pussy off. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was my first education.
Not having that, and then you got to think about our parents with. To talk about sex or anything outside of the bedroom, like it was shunned on. You don't do that. That is, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Well, my mother was different. She ain't no.
That's my girl.
My mother was different, and she did talk to us about sex.
It's healthy.
Maybe too many things that we didn't want to know. She's like, Mom, I gotta get you some friends because I don't want to know this. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it gave me a different language when it comes to sex. Like when I'm with my wife, one thing. My wife don't like what she might not like what the last chick is that I was beating down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Beaten down.
yeah. So
but what that did do was it gave you a different perspective of
conversation, everything.
lot of
I'm not awkward to talk. I don't, and it's not because I'm a guy.
Yeah.
I might be a little awkward. Like it's guys that don't want to like Jada Pinkett's mother was talking about how her and her husband can talk about any and everything, but when it's time to talk about sex, they both kind of get
Cleanse up.
You know what I'm saying? Like they feel
Wow.
embarrassed and shame to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that's what that. So the whole point, I think, the main point of her special is to enlighten people more in terms about, because it's a natural vibe.
We've definitely had terrible teachings.
It's terrible teachers in this.
I blame the
area.
Bible and all that for all that shit.
Like it's how you create that conversational environment, how you create that safe space. I ain't never really had an issue talking about sex. You know, it's what you build from that connection. You know, and you create that safe space. So, you know, if your lady isn't comfortable with it, you know, she's, you know, you can get her past that point.
Yeah.
Or the bond that you build, you may make her know that the bedroom is safe to have those conversations. I've never, you know, even if I've gone into a situation where a woman may have been more reclusive when it comes to talking about sex, you just work till you get to that point to where we can't have certain conversations.
And that's the
we
point.
can talk about certain
You had to
things.
work to get to that. When you talk about something so natural, you talking about something so natural that shouldn't, like, it's a level of behind it, or shame, embarrassment, or like, oh no, I can't. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that people even when they do get with somebody, I have to, just like I got to build your trust, I got to build up this situation to where just that me and you can have a conversation, so I can get to know what it is on this platform and this level of intimacy. You know what you like, and I know what you like. It's hard for you to tell me that you don't like to be rubbed this way, or you like this touch, or you like this sensation, or whatever. You like, I can't read your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is one thing that they say. We ain't mind readers. And then and another thing is that as men, for whatever reason, it's supposed to be understood that we just know what the hell we doing when it's time to get down. It's niggas that's our age and older that still don't know the difference between a clit and a G spot.
I will say the biggest way for us men to create those safe spaces is our maturity. A lot of us to show immature ways, especially when we're amongst other men, and when our women see that, they're like, okay, I can't
Have that conversation.
Right. And I think at all the times, you know, you have to be sexually mature enough to have those conversations, because then she's going to feel like she can't open up and share with you because, you know, whatever we share, he may talk about amongst his friends, or, you know, he may talk about it this way. So if you're not mature enough to have that conversation, you know, you're not going to get certain things. You know what I'm saying? You may have to ask, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in asking for certain things. We're going to be on this journey to where we're going to want to fulfill each other. And the only way you get to have those conversations is with maturity. You know, and a lot of, you know, you have to be self-aware of what you give off.
That's true.
And a lot of men do a lot of corny things for jokes and laughs, but those women watching are like, oh.
Yeah, this is how y'all get down.
Right.
Yeah, this ain't good.
You know what I'm saying? So you could have closed the door on some things that could have been happening for you, but because you wanted to get attention and the joke, maybe that threesome is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Or maybe I can't do this for you. You know what I'm saying? So you always have to, in order to get past that certain point, it's your maturity level that get beyond it. It's not your size. It's not what you think you are. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we always think we are great in the bedroom, but because we don't have them conversations, what we think we doing right, we ain't even doing all that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true. Yeah, you got to talk about it. I think what your mom did was super healthy, and that should happen more often between mothers and daughters. Because if mothers and daughters, well, I'm talking about coming from a woman perspective. Because in the United States, you know, and especially around the South, it being a Bible beltway, you know, we were taught that they're not as sexual as we are. Coming up, man, they're even more sexual.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that your mom could sit there and have conversations with you where you may have felt uncomfortable, and you only felt uncomfortable because of the narrative that was put inside your head prior.
Well, that's the thing. I wasn't uncomfortable.
Right.
It's just that I will stop. Don't paint the picture for me too good. Okay,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
right.
Leave something to the
I'm a
imagination.
visual.
Yeah.
I don't want you to paint me the picture that well. They had
But a picture was painted. Most times a picture is not painted,
Yeah, not at
right?
all. You know
And
what
you get no inside look into, okay, look, women are they're fiending for you for that attention just as much as a man is, if not even more. Most men aren't even taught that women get more sexually active the older that they get. Where ours, unless you working out and all that stuff, it decreases.
Yeah.
You know, you get your woman, she 45, 50 years old, man, she got the damn sex drive from time of a goddamn 18-year-old boy. You know, where at that age, you like, oh shit, I just want to sit back and watch the game. Fuck all night. Nigga, I got the work in the morning. I mean, let me go get this.
And we don't know how to take care of ourselves when we get to that point.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We don't know how to
Eat watermelon.
drink water,
Yeah.
massage ourselves a certain kind of way
Yeah.
so we can increase that blood
Yeah.
flow. You know, and get in tune with your lady to where you may not have to go all night.
Yeah.
Because if you got to go all night, you typically not doing something
and
like
there's some jokes that will say that like I don't want to go all night. Like get me to where I gotta go real quick, and we ain't go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's not just. In order for the man to understand his woman, the woman has to understand herself as well. That's a big thing that they was talking about on there. That most time you people feel such a way about their own sexuality. They don't even take the time to know themselves and understand themselves. So if you don't know you, how am I going to do it?
Yeah. You can't tell me how.
I can only go off of the basics of what we know and the little bit of conversation we had.
Yeah.
And whether if you can't tell me, like females should be able to get themselves to the point of where I know exact like. About to get graphic. If she a squirter and she knows she a squirter,
Get there.
she should be able to tell, oh boy, I squirt.
Yes, Lord.
This what you need to do to get me there.
Yes, Lord.
And when if we're gonna get it until you get it down.
We gonna
you know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is.
And same thing for men.
Same thing vice
You
versa.
got as a man, you got to understand your body. You gotta touch yourself. You gotta know how to please yourself before you tell a woman, this is what I want you to do.
Yeah, because you might be able to take me, you know what I'm saying? Dude might be able to tell us later, like, look, I don't need you to give me head. Just do it this way. Do it like this. And it's going to take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the conversations that we went a whole lot of ways.
You got to be mature.
You got to be mature, and you got to be in tune. It's just, it's self-understanding. That's it. Knowing who you are, what you like, and all of that other stuff. And don't throw that in there. Oh, in order for you to know that, like how many people use with to find that out? No, first of all, I'm not thinking about that shit.
No.
I don't care. However you learn
I don't want to know.
whether it's by yourself.
Maturity makes you not care about it.
Yeah, I don't care. Whether if you figure it out on your own, or you did have a couple partners and you start learning that
You
stuff.
got there.
That you either way, now at least I'm getting the jackpot. I'm getting the total of it, and then you just need to show me what it is. And it's not a problem, ladies, to coach your guy and how to please you, and
That's
vice versa.
communication.
You want to do that.
You want to do that. If you want the optimum experience from both of y'all, talk to each other.
This
in
ain't
a
no
way.
goddamn
Hey,
movie.
listen.
This ain't Disney.
Right.
Shit.
That's how I say homework. At least watch one episode of the job.
I will do that. And what's
at
the
least
name of
one
it again?
episode. Love, Sex, and Goop.
Love, sex, and goop.
At least one episode, just so we can kind of have more conversation about it.
Let's do that, Joe.
Why not?
Let's do that.
So I mean, look, y'all, we've been rapping today. We just got into it. We ain't had nothing, we just went a couple of ways. We just went a couple of ways, but I think we dropped some nuggets on y'all today and our perspective on a couple of things. So another episode brought to you by 716 Vodka, the DMV's one and done. Get you right. Tastes good, go smooth with everything. Go to 716vodka.com. You spell out the word 7, put the number 16.com on there, and you can find out where you can get it at in our area. And you can purchase it online, and I believe they'll ship it to you. So outside of that, I'm good, fellas. We can wrap this thing up.
All right.
That's it. So look, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Like, subscribe, share. Please leave us comments and go rate the podcast. Leave us comments, rate the podcast. The more ratings we get, the better it moves us up on the charts. We can't do this without y'all. You see what I'm saying? Leave us some comments. Tell us what y'all think. Ask us questions. We see the questions. We don't have nothing on there. If y'all ask some questions on the comment section, we'll read them and we'll answer. Communicate with us. Give us some things y'all don't like so we can put y'all on blast and read that too.
That's
So
right.
we can hit y'all G-spot.
Yes, indeed. Well, there you go. The Wind Down Wednesday over there just told you what to do. So let's get it in. We out, fellas.
All right.
We done.
FTP.